All right, everyone, just waiting for a couple more people to join us, which won't be long at all. Thanks, I'm Dante. Welcome. Just got to quickly, hopefully, everyone now here's Sanjana just joining the room now. So let me just add her and we'll get underway in just a second. Just really got to make sure that everybody here who wants to be here can be here after the last one got kind of unceremoniously bumped. We will be doing this one again next week, and I'll be recording this one without hopefully people. I don't think people's faces will be on here, so please do hide your camera if you don't wish to be as part of the recording. Because I'll be putting the recording up onto the website so you can rewatch it, and so other people can get that information if they need to as well. So welcome again. I'm Dante. We're really, really happy to be doing New Voices 2025, a repeat of last year's one where we had 10 amazing people at the end of it who had a great time at our gala night in October Business Month and have gone on, some of them, to actually start new lines of business, to be able to start their own speaking businesses where they've been able to host events. Some of them are doing keynote speaking. And this year, our gala evening will be actually hosted by last year's winner, who's Veronica Matapira. So she'll be our host for this year's event. I hosted it last year, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a break and let the winner have a go at this one. So she'll be hosting it on the October Business Month event. I've got all the dates on this website that you can see in front of you here. So yes, it is a 2-month intensive public speaking program, and I've got all of the dates lined up on the site. So Veronica, there's one in the green who won. That's all the women who were part of, well, not all of them, but some of them who were part of the evening that we held last year at October Business Month. It was amazing, just so inspiring. I just cried way too much. I shouldn't have cried so much, but I couldn't help myself. So what I want to run through, first of all, is some key dates, just so you've got these here. So you'll find all this online at newvoices.com.au. So our info sessions, we've got one next week on the 13th. And then our first in-person training session will be on Saturday, the 23rd of August. That's going to be held at the Darwin Innovation Hub. So it's down for 2 hours. We generally get it done in about an hour and a half, but it just allows a bit of time extra at the end for people to ask specific questions if they really want to learn a little bit more about what's going on or to explore that topic a bit further. And what we'll generally do in that first session is run through the selection of the topic that you would see yourself in the final talking about. And what we'll do is take that topic and develop it over the coming weeks as well. So you'll be able to then develop that concept a bit more. Some people actually change topic midway. They felt like that was better placed if they talked about something else. And then some people went with that same topic all the way through to the end. We do have a lot of people do drop out along the way. I think we had 32 people start and 10 people remained at the end. That wasn't me choosing 10. It's just a self-selection. So if you do find that it's too much for you, no one's going to feel terrible about you dropping out if you have to. We all have lives, we all have challenges, and we all have things we want to overcome. So yeah, just don't feel like you're obliged to go right through to the end with it. Although I must say that you have to finish it in order to be considered for the final evening, only because part of what we do is training on using the microphone, training on you on using, working with a crowd, being able to use the presentation slides that you can use as well. Then what we're doing from the Saturday, the 23rd of August, we're doing pretty much every Saturday until the event. So it's Saturday 23rd, Saturday 30th, Saturday September 6th, Saturday the 13th, Saturday the 27th. And then we do our final dress rehearsal the evening in October before the real event. So you just come in, do a quick little run through just to go, this is what the stage looks like and feels like. This is what the microphone sounds like. This is the room set up the way it's going to be set up when you speak. So you've got an opportunity to do a really safe rehearsal. And also, one of our prize winners ended up saying at the end of a dress rehearsal that she didn't want to continue. She did continue. She came to the next evening and absolutely crushed it. She was just a powerhouse. So don't let all your fears will come up, I guarantee you, but we work through those as we're going. So what we're going to cover is pretty much everything it takes to put on like a TED Talk style of talk. And it can be a wide range of topics of your choice, although we do try to avoid political topics. simply because it is October Business Month. And so, whilst politics and business do kind of go hand in hand, nobody's really watching that particular event to hear a political message. So, we try to avoid political messages. That doesn't mean you can't be inspirational. You can be. And the wider range of topics you could choose from could be whatever you feel particularly passionate about. But we do try to avoid things like politics, war, conflict, those kind of things, simply because whilst there are real issues in the world, they're not what this event is about. But this is something you can use to develop the skills to another time speak with great passion about if you have a particular topic that you want to go with. Um, Now, I will give a warning because I have been warned previously that protesters and activists can come through things like this and hijack a night. So what I will say is that if there is that any chance, if there is that kind of thing that happens on the night, security will be asked the person to be removed from the venue, and we just got a zero tolerance to that simply because that's not what the event is for. It's not about political grandstanding. I think having gone through the council elections at the moment we're going through, and last year's state and federal elections and all that. Look, we're done. We're done with politics. Let's move on and talk about something that's really uplifting, something that can positively impact the world. Part of this is really to increase the entrepreneurial capacity of the territory. What we find is so many people lack the confidence to not only start something, but to stick with it or to face the challenges that come up. We've found that the skill of public speaking is a skill of confidence. It's a way for you to be able to work your way through the process of kind of sucking at something, something you're just not good at and working at it until you were good at it. What we found last year is a whole bunch of people came in and they thought they were terrible speakers. They got to the end of it and oh my goodness, they were amazing speakers. So what it'll be is a TED Talk style format, depending on how many people we have in the final, whether it's 10, it might be around about 7 minutes. If we only have 5 to 7, then we'll have a 10-minute inspirational, motivational, or challenging speech to a real audience. And that's if you're in our final 8 to 10. So we're probably looking at about 8 at this stage, just to make sure everyone gets their 10 minutes. You'll go through microphone use, you'll go through stage movement, body language, how to project your voice in a way that you can be very engaging and very compelling on a stage. What we try to do is try to get through that whole thing. We're not giving toasts. We're not speaking in formalities. What we're doing is speaking in a way that people do in 2025, not in 1932. If you've ever seen a TED Talk, that's what we're kind of looking for. That structured, very clear message that has a clear beginning, a clear end, and very clear actions that we want people to take after it. Now, if you want more practice in between it, we've got our monthly public speaking club on in both October and in September as well, which you'll have free access to. That's in the Darwin one at the Darwin Innovation Hub, usually held on a Tuesday night in the month. You'll be able to see that excuse me, through the Speak Starter link. Excuse me, on the just here on the site where it says find out more. I did have a Palmerston club, but we've just put that on hold for the moment, just due to the fact that I'm so darn busy and I can't get to everything. So I've had to sort of just do the Darwin one for now. So why am I doing this? Because I think that there is a sea of sameness in speakers around Australia right now. And we've seen this, in the people who speak at October Business Month, they are almost uniformly from the same ethnic background. I won't put that in what they are. They're all from the experienced public speaking circuit. And I've heard some of these speakers in various locations tell the same story over and over and over and over again, to the point where almost beat for beat, it's the same speech every time, which is not entertaining for anybody. And I think it's almost like a cop out. What I want to do is disrupt the professional speaking circuit by having new voices come into the pool. I've been very blessed to be invited onto a lot of stages. I just came back on the weekend from a public speaking event in Melbourne, where I was speaking on some of the areas of my expertise: AI, social media, and the power of email marketing. So that's something I get booked to speak in around Australia. I'm also speaking for Meta in September, so I'm going there very shortly too. What I want to do is take everything I've learned, everything I've been able to do, open the door up to let you in as well with your skills, with your passions, with your topics, with your very unique voice. So that's what we're trying to do is to try to make it so that you can participate as who you are. I can't wait to get started. Now, what I want to do is just go through kind of what we're trying to do here in terms of the rules. So I'll just take that screen share off. Now the rules pretty much as I told you were starting off, I suppose, with the idea that we're not doing a kind of a political statement thing. So we're not doing something which is going to be all about what is newsworthy, what's in the news, what you're personally passionate about that is very contentious and controversial. Now, the reason, again, as I said before, is that nobody's coming there for that. So if you have your own stage, you're more than welcome to do that kind of thing, but just not on this stage. That's it. What we do hope that you'll do is turn up to every session because there's something you learn from every session. Each session has a different piece of the puzzle to unravel, and it becomes together this whole picture that you'll understand not only what your topic is, not only how to use the microphone, here's how to insert humor, here's how to structure that speech so you don't go off track and you don't get lost. And also how to work with those vocal tics in the ums and the ahs, those things. How do we work with those to overcome them? Now, it may feel like that's an impossible task to do, that it's completely unable to be done. We did it last year, and these women were amazing. They didn't have their vocal tics. All the things that they came in with, all the insecurities were washed away in the night, and they were able to do just such an amazing job. So what I'll do now is open up to some questions from you, and trust me, if you've got a question about something, chances are someone else wants to ask that question too. So please do come forward and ask a question if you've got it. Oh, I forgot to mention too that the prize for the gala event is $1,000 worth of paid speaking gigs for later in 2025 and into 2026. So if we can find you something to speak at, or if you find something to speak at, we will pay for you to speak there up to the value of $1,000. So that's an opportunity for you to get on those stages without people feeling that they have to pay for an untested voice. We've done the testing. We'll back you and put you on that stage. I also invite along people who are the bookers for talent for these events. So they are the kind of people who are, the events organizers. You're talking about Argentour, AAP events. Some of those Darwin business events, one of our sponsors as well, will be there. They're the people who book speakers for the events. So that's your chance to not just impress them, but to let them know who you are. Because after all, we're not here to just put more of the same people up on stage. We want to see brand new voices come up. Guys, girls, thems and theirs, doesn't matter what background you're from. We want to see you on that stage. And the more different you are, that's, I think, a great thing. It means that you have a very unique perspective and unique voice to share. So I'll open up now. Just jump in if you've got a question. You can feel free to type it into the chat if you prefer to do that. I don't mind. In the meantime, though, you can unmute and let me know what you're after, Nina.
Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about the topics or the topic they talked last year? And yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
So I seem to have a lot of motivational type speakers last year. So they were speaking about mindset, overcoming challenges, overcoming personal challenges in their lives. That was
Hmm.
a very strong feature actually, was people who spoke of the migrant experience, spoke of their career challenges that they've had to overcome. So that was very common. What we also found was there was people who were speaking about health issues that they had to overcome, or people who would speak about, someone spoke about her mother, and it was so beautiful to hear that, and about her mother's kitchen and how it brought everybody together. So the topics are varied. So you can look at something, and this is what we do on the first day. We actually explore the possibilities of topics. And what we do is use the ikigai concept, which is, what do you love? What does the world need? What are you good at? And what can you be paid for? We try to find that sweet center there that sort of gives you an idea of the kind of thing that's not just great for you to speak of, but is potentially going to appeal to people who want to book new speakers as well. So yeah, that's a bit of a guideline. I know it's very vague. It's not a very clear answer, but it gives you an idea of some of those things you're able to do. Someone just said they can't attend the date of the 27th of September. Are they still able to participate in the program? Look, if you miss one, that's okay. I can probably catch you up on a quick Zoom call or something to take you through whatever you've missed on that. The 27th from memory is the one where we're doing, that's kind of our final training session, which is basically just a run through of your speech. So it's when you finish your speech, it's ready to go. You're just running through it. So if you're missing the 27th on that one, that's okay. You can just book a time with each other just to run through it on Zoom, just so I can see where you're at and whether you're kind of ready to go. And it's hard because there's a lot of weeks to do. It's a big commitment to make. But that's the thing with public speaking and confidence is that it requires repetition and practice. And I get it. People have got holidays, people have got family commitments. I get it. If you miss one, you miss one, and I'll try to catch you up personally on a Zoom call or a Teams call if we need to. Any other questions?
So I can just so it would be every Saturday. The first one will be on the 23rd and to the 27th. Yeah.
That's right, 23rd of August through to
Uh-huh.
27th of September.
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason I put it on Saturday is that seems to be the one day that people are available the most because school nights, that kind of thing is hard to come after hours. And there's never one day that fits everybody. So I went with Saturday because, well, if I'm going to force a whole bunch of people to take some time with this, I've also got to put that time in. So it's not necessarily a convenient day for me, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I don't have any questions, Dante, but it sounds amazingly scary and something that we should all do.
Yeah, look, it's something which I think almost every person who went into it did it terrified of the idea. And as they got probably about halfway through, you could see the confidence forming and you could see the ideas forming and you could see wow, I think I could do this. And that was so beautiful to see because so many people don't experience that with public speaking. So that's the idea. Sanjana just asked, is it a must to have a business idea? Absolutely not. Doesn't have to be anything about business. It can be about, I had somebody a couple of years ago when I did a mini version of this to speak about plastic, about the trouble with plastic in the world and how we need to overcome that problem. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a business idea. It's not a pitching competition, so you don't worry. It's not like what is it, Shark Tank or Dragon's Den. You won't be put in front of people who are going to give you terrible, scathing feedback. Everyone's there to lift you up and to make you feel great. So yeah, we're definitely going to keep it nice and encouraging and constructive. Now, if you do have any other questions after this call, please do drop me a line. I've got, I believe, on the website an email address. If not, there is an inquiries form. So just put that in. It goes into my little inbox and tells me you're there, and I can answer those for you. Pretty much all we need to do is just, be there on the first weekend. What I'm going to do very shortly for all the people who have attended these sessions and those who didn't, I guess, is to send through the entry form, which is basically just, you're not going to sign away your life or anything like that, but just to say, here's the terms and conditions of the comp, here's the price, so everyone's really clear on that. Here's the expectations, and let's go. And of course, this whole thing's free because I do this as a philanthropic thing because I just love, well, to be honest, it's a bit selfish because I just like to have a good cry at really good speaking. So the part of that is I just love to see people succeed like this. So I'll be sending out in the 2 weeks. So after our final session next week of these sessions, I'll actually reach out to everybody who registered and put the official entry form online at the newvoices.com.au website. If you're interested in the monthly public speaking club in Darwin, speakstarter.com.au, or it's on this website at New Voices, you've got a link that says about Speakstarter, and that'll give you that too. It'll give you a bit of an idea of how we work in that monthly way to help people to get a bit more confident just by practicing every month. Oh, thank you so much. Very short one tonight. So hopefully I'll see you at the first one. Really looking forward to it. And I think we're going to, just based on what I've seen tonight of the people who have shown up, I'm very excited that we're going to have a really good year this year.